What's up, my pineapples? Welcome back to my channel. So today is definitely a different type of video, but something I've been meaning to do, and I know I got a lot of requests for it during my whole time of being engaged and planning the wedding. I finally decided I want to do a couple videos on my channel just regarding being engaged and planning a wedding and what it's like and the chaos you might, come across, well, the chaos that you will come across. I definitely don't want to do any DIY videos, bridal makeup. I want to talk about the good stuff, the stuff that people don't really talk about or maybe should talk about, so you can kind of get pre-warned. Tips that I have for you, which I have 5 today, are going to be really great ones. So before I get into the video, don't forget to subscribe because it is free, $99. Also, click that bell. And also for this video, I'm really excited because it is sponsored by Zola. And this site, you guys, this is basically a bonus tip. I wish I would have known about this site because I struggled in this department. Even though I had a wedding planner, even though everything was organized, I struggled dealing with the registry. So Zola is a website where you can go ahead and register yourself and you can have a full-on registry. And I wish I would have known about this because I'm one where I'm always online. I like to visually see everything. And when I heard, oh yeah, go scan things or create a registry, but like, where do I start? From where? Do I have to go to multiple stores? How do you do it? I really didn't know. And that's one of the things that we kind of lagged on towards the end, where we're just rushing the invitation, unfortunately. And I didn't know, and I wish I would have known. If you don't know, now you know. So on Zola, you can go to different categories. You can see from furniture to kitchen to bedding to everything. And that's what I needed in my mind, because going to a store and seeing everything, I don't know what I want. And you can have all the different categories. Another good thing, which I wish I would have known as well, is for our wedding invite, we did not have a registry put on there. We didn't say we're registered here and there. We didn't even have a link for like it was a honeymoon fund. I heard about it, but it was too late. Like I said, we kind of rushed the invitation where we had to just get it printed and done and just send them out because so much was going on when we were still lagging on the invite. And again, Zola would have been really handy just because you can go underneath their category. You can start your own honeymoon. You don't have to even show the price of what you're kind of aiming for. You can kind of put where you're putting, like, oh, we want to go to Hawaii. We want to go to New York. We want to go to, I don't know, Paris, something like that. Or you can do even couples massages. There's so many different categories. And like I said, for all of the different things that you might need in a house. The reason why we didn't get registered is because we had a lot of things already. Glenn and I already lived together, so we didn't really need like a Keurig or, I don't know, like what else do you need? A spatula. That's a terrible example, but it's definitely on there. Like kitchen knives. Like if I would have seen those categories, I wish I would have picked kitchen knives because we need kitchen knives. I only have 2 good knives and I'm constantly rewashing them so many times. Still until today. If you want to check out Zola, I highly recommend it because even I'm looking at everything and I'm low-key kind of mad that we didn't know about it, because since we didn't put anything on our invite, someone just said, don't put anything. People will just know it's going to kind of go for your honeymoon. But other people did bring gifts, and I don't want to say like, oh, I'm ungrateful for gifts or whatever, but I feel bad because a lot of things that were given to us, they were really random and we already had them or just not our taste. What are we going to do with that? I feel bad because someone gave us that gift and I felt like I was just unprepared, and that was just my bad. I mean, we still have the gifts. We're still going to use them and appreciate them. But there's just a lot of things that we still haven't used where I'm like, where am I going to put it? When am I going to use this? It's just not fitting in our lifestyle. It's okay. What can you do? You learn from your mistakes, and now I'm giving you that tip. My first tip is have a plan. And when I talk about have a plan, I'm not talking about, oh, pick your colors or what type of theme do you want? Honestly, that all comes after. You want to pick if you want a small intimate wedding, if you want a larger or a medium or a destination wedding. That's really important because there's so many different factors that come into play with that. Another thing is, what type of venue do you want to have it traditionally, where you get married in the church and then you follow up at a reception, maybe at a hotel, maybe a restaurant, maybe there's some place where they have a beachfront, in the forest. There's so many, yeah, in the forest, people. And I would definitely start researching that because things get booked up really quick. No matter if you have a simple wedding or a grand wedding, you have to plan ahead, because a photographer is not just gonna be like, oh, let me just ask him like 2 months before. No. Even if you have a party size of 30 and you want a photographer, that does not matter. A lot of photographers get booked up, especially during the summer seasons. It's really popular, but I feel all year round. FYI, they say to kind of book a photographer minimum a year and a half ahead. We were lucky where we found some really great photographers photographers a year ahead, and that happened just to be their only date available, and I'm like, wow. And same thing goes for venues. If it's a small venue, a large venue, they get booked up. And you may think, oh, this place doesn't seem like a lot of people will research it. You'll be very surprised because there's a lot of hidden gems, and it's not that hidden. Everybody finds out about that place. Tip number 2 is definitely to budget. Money goes quick. You want to make sure that you're saving your coin. Save, save, save. I'm gonna hit you with the whole, it doesn't matter if it's a wedding at home, if it's a backyard wedding, if it's at a large venue, money goes quick because you think, oh, we'll just get the food for this many people. That's what you only think about. But then you also have to think, oh, where are they gonna sit? How many tables do we need? Oh shoot, now they need chairs. When you rent things from any kind of company, when you just say wedding, they are on it like flies on. Everything will be more expensive. Every person needs a chair. So when you rent chairs, it's not like, oh, let me just grab a dozen. No, you have to know the right exact amount because you're being charged per chair. Say that you happen to get linen from somewhere. Even if it's cheaper linen or expensive linen, you still need to know how many napkins. Yes. Napkins. Fancy vanity napkins or whatever from Costco or even Target, that still costs money. You have to make sure you have enough for everybody, even when it comes to forks, to knives, to everything, because it's not just that one course. You know, people are going to have salad, then they're going to have their main course, and then dessert. And if you run out of that stuff, ooh, everything adds up quick. So you want to make sure that you really keep to your budget. You don't want to go beyond because it is very easy just to be like, wow, that's great. I want that. I need that. Yes. Is that even a question? The venue will cost money. Renting a car, maybe you're gonna do like a classic car or a limo. Flowers can get super expensive. Even when you DIY yourself, so much nitty gritty, you will not even believe it. It's really fun to plan, but again, money goes quick. Tip number 3 is invite who you want. Now this is gonna be where you're gonna get some chaos, some disagreements, some maybe arguments from family members, and a lot of like people in your ear. Who are you inviting? Oh, what about so-and-so? Oh, don't forget cousin Sally. Oh, don't forget cousin Sue, you know. Don't forget cousin Uncle Craig or whoever. Parents and your family members are already saying who you're inviting. Well, Glenn and I, we paid for the wedding 100% on our own. We did not have help from anybody and nobody from our family. And with that being said, when you pay for your own wedding, and this is, I got the advice from everybody and also my wedding planner, she's like, you guys pick who you want because you guys are paying. The money's coming out of our pocket, but say that we did have a family member who was helping pay for something, and say that they were maybe paying for everything, who knows? Then that's when you kind of have to say, all right, you can invite your neighbor because you're really excited for the day. Go ahead and invite the cousin of the cousin. Go ahead and invite the neighbor that you say is my grandma, but she's really not my grandma. She's just been my neighbor since I was little, and now she's just considered family. Go right ahead. But since Glenn and I were the ones who solely paid for the wedding, our venue could only hold 150 people total. So we could not go over, or else it's going to be way too cramped with the table settings and the whole planning. So we really needed to break it down who we wanted, who we knew that was going to be there for the ceremony and also the reception. We didn't want to invite anybody who's only going to get the invite and then know that they're only going to go to the reception. I think that's really rude, and I think it really sucks. If people can't celebrate the whole union in the beginning, which our ceremony was so short, it was 22 minutes, then that's really lame if you can't sit through a ceremony and then, you know, then celebrate after. Like someone asked to bring their girlfriend and we've never met them, Glenn has never met them, and we're just like, no. And what sucks is that person ended up not coming to the wedding, which is, I find extremely rude, like very rude, and they're just inconsiderate, and that's what sucks. A lot of people only think, oh, let me just get invited, +1, and they're not thinking of the whole picture of, again, dealing with your budget, pay for the meal, for the dessert, for the table, for the plate, for the napkin, for the chair, for every little thing that comes into account, the place card, the little gift that they get, all of that adds up. It is a very special day. Invite who you want. You're definitely going to get a lot of people that are upset, but when it comes down to it, if you're the one paying for it, it is up to you guys. You basically have to be cutthroat when it comes to it. Don't be so rude to someone, like say you have a family member like, hey, what about, you know, like John, can he come? And you're like, well, I rarely see him. He like comes to random, you know, family functions, but I don't know him that well. You just kind of say, oh, okay, you know, we're at capacity right now, but let me see if we'll have room down the road. And that's what you say. You just say you're at capacity. Let me see if we have room. Don't tell someone no right away, because that's going to start a whole, what? Why? What's the problem? They never did anything to you. Trust me. People are going to get really upset, but there's nothing you can do. It is your money. It is your wedding. It is your day, not their day. Your day together as a couple, not their day. But like I said, if people are helping you pay and stuff like that, then you kind of have to be lenient. And then, yeah, that's all I can say. Tip number 4, and this goes for grooms as well. Do not put too much pressure on yourself on looking a certain way and making sure that your body looks a certain way. There's a lot of pressure to shred for the wed and let me look bomb and I want to lose the 25 pounds before the wedding. I totally get it. I was trying to be as healthy as I could. I will definitely admit I wasn't where I wanted to be, but the good thing and the beautiful thing was I didn't really care on that day, because that is the last thing you should be thinking about. You don't want to put yourself down the day of your wedding and say, oh, I look so, you know, maybe overweight, or I didn't gain as much muscle as I wanted, or, you know, vice versa. Even for the guys, like, oh, I don't feel buff enough, or oh, I'm too skinny, or oh, I'm kind of overweight. Who cares? This is a beautiful union. This is your day. You tried your hardest. All you can really do is just try your hardest to the wedding. If you don't make it, then what's the big deal? And that should be the last thing that you're worried about. I am so glad on that day when like I said, I wasn't where I wanted to be. It never even hit my mind. Like, oh, my arms feel a little overweight. Like, oh, I don't like the way, you know, that wasn't even on my mind, because I was just so happy. I felt just so much love from all my family and friends that were attending, and just the union between Glenn and I, that were husband and wife finally. Like, it was just the most beautiful day, and no matter what was going to happen, I felt the most beautiful I've ever felt. Glenn felt the most handsome he's ever felt, you know, because even for Glenn, it happens to grooms too. He wanted to lose a little bit of weight, gain a little muscle, and it didn't happen. We weren't where we wanted to be, but that wasn't even on our mind. So I think it's good to kind of like mentally prepare yourself, like, hey, it's not a big deal if I'm not there. That's not the focus of the wedding, is your outer appearance. It is the union and the relationship and your marriage. So don't put too much pressure, because I know a lot of people put a lot of pressure, period, in their daily lives. But when it comes to like a special event where all eyes are on you, I know that can kind of be like, but trust me, you're going to be beautiful no matter what, or handsome if you're a groom watching. And tip number 5 is have fun during this whole entire process. If you didn't know, Glenn and I, when we got engaged, we were both so excited just to get married, and we wanted to plan right away and get married within the year. And for everything, how we personally wanted our own wedding and set up and how many guests and all of that, we had no clue like what it really entailed and all the little details. And I was like, wow, like this is really stressful. This isn't fun. I was saying so many F-bombs. Like I didn't even want to deal with the planning. It wasn't exciting. And then that's when, you know, Glenn and I had a talk. We're like, dude, let's like not rush this, because this should be fun. Like we're not even having fun. We're stressing out about everything. Like this isn't special. We're kind of killing it. So we postponed the wedding. We already picked like our venue, which I will say we picked in such a rush, and we had to like pay a cancellation fee, and it was a whole, oh my gosh, a whole thing. And then we had to tell our family like we're gonna postpone it for another year, and everybody's like, what, why, what? And it was the best decision that we ever made, because now when we're picking out all the details, we're having fun with it and taking our time. And it was so much fun spending time together with Glenn, like planning this thing together, trying out cakes without rushing, you know, and thinking of colors and picking out flowers and looking at all the different options, because there are so many. And I totally get that people can plan like a wedding in like 30 days or 45, but for what we wanted and what was kind of fitting for us, we had to, you know, take our time, and we wanted to save up more. And yeah, because I totally get like people have different, you know, views on how they want their wedding, different budgets and all of that. But that's the beautiful thing, is that no one's wedding is ever the same, and you do your wedding how you want it and how you personally just want to live it up. If you need to postpone, don't be scared. Do it, because you want to enjoy the process. I've seen so many comments, like when I did that video when I was like, oh, we're postponing the wedding. Everybody's like, what? And then I saw so many comments saying it is the best thing that you did. So many other people have postponed, and they're like, it's the best. Just be engaged, enjoy it. And that's what I highly recommend. be engaged and enjoy your engagement. I mean, you just got engaged. Why rush straight to the wedding? If you're engaged 2, 3, 4, 5 years, who cares? That's your life, and if you're gonna get married when you want to get married. So that is it for today's video. Let me know down below if you want me to do kind of like a Q&A wedding thing where I can answer your questions, and I'll be super blunt about everything because I definitely have an opinion after like planning everything and working with my wedding planner and dealing with like family and friends and picking different things. Well, let you know the nitty-gritty because I'm down for it for sure, because this is your one special day and I don't want to go around anything. I want to be realistic with you guys. It's gonna, you know, you are gonna have stressful times. I was really lucky where I didn't have too many stressful times except like a couple days before the wedding, which really sucks, which I didn't have any until then. You know, there's always some little mishaps, but I'm definitely down for it. Let me know. Maybe I'll do like an Instagram post and then I'll answer your questions. And before I go, I feel like I'm gonna have a comment saying, where's the wedding video? How come you haven't posted it? And to be quite honest, I don't think I'm ever going to post like the official video on my channel just because it's super personal and it's like I already share so much on YouTube and I have a vlog channel and I show you so much. And I want to keep that for us. If I ever do show anything, I'll probably like edit my own video and show you little clips just because I want to keep like family and friends and all that kind of personal. Like there's a lot of special moments, and to be quite honest, I don't want anybody to get the chance to even like thumbs it down or make a comment or just be a troll about it, because that is just such a beautiful day and a perfect day in my eyes. So I'm sure you guys understand. It's just a really personal video. It's special, and I just want to keep it with us and our family and friends. Might show like little clips and snippets maybe in the future while I edit my own video and kind of show you like sneak peeks, because it was such a beautiful wedding and the most perfect day in my eyes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and also give me a thumbs up if you want me to do that Q&A so I can tell you all the nitty gritty and how I feel about certain things or how to go about things. I will be that friend that you need, that you need there, because I will be blunt and I'll be very honest. All right, guys, I love you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you fine apples the next one. Mwah.
Here we go. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about what we do. Making art, you and me. Trying to find something to believe.